priority for both sides, as it is so critical for our future. There were several questions made by the temporary in charge of the opposition in relation to a couple of areas, but let me just clarify. The enterprise zone is in two parts. It is the London Road, and we needed to get that one up for the MedTech Centre first of all, and we have done that. Stage 2 is Templefield, and the big issue there we've got, which we have got planning consent, is open access, because at the moment there is only one route in and one route out, and that is not good for industry or for population. Essex County Council is already reviewing its recycling situation and whether or not it can actually look to put a plant somewhere else within the boundaries of Harlow to release a large piece of land that would then enable things to be moved around so we can actually bring it up and make it a success for real jobs and real opportunities. In relation to Marks and Spencer's, let's not forget they're not leaving the town, they're just leaving the town centre. And the big problem we've got, even though we disagree with their management and marketing strategy, is that they're losing money on the clothing. And I ask all of you in this room, when was the last time you actually went into Marks and Spencer's and actually bought clothing from Marks and Spencer's? You may well have bought sandwiches and other things, but they are intending to hold two is not really a majority. It may be in the Conservatives, but in the real world, two people. It may be that their clothes last longer, that's why we don't need to get them. But they are holding, they still have intended to have three food halls in and surrounding Harlow. So let's not just be negative about what they're expecting over these particular issues. And in relation to enterprise and in relation to that, I do need to congratulate our project manager, Andrew Grabbage, for enterprise, for the absolutely marvellous work that he's done. It's been really difficult, but he has achieved great success. And if it wasn't for the hard work and the dedication of a very small team led by Graham Bloomer, we would not have actually achieved these things that you've actually been talking about. In relation to the Briars, which was a point that Councillor Charles made, I do urge you to come along to meet the Residents Association. There is a next meeting in August. The developers are there, they are working hand in glove with those residents to make it work. Because these people have lived, people have died, people have had children growing up. This has to be done delicately. It is not just going in there and blowing the whole thing up. Prentice Place has been a nightmare on the basis of the government. The government changed the rules in relation to the National Health Service. We had an agreement with the former Primary Care Trust in relation to the new doctor surgery. That was got rid of. We then had a CCG, commissioning group, who refused to make a decision over that particular issue. So then it was pushed up to NHS England to make a decision about whether or not we would actually retain a doctor's facility in this particular site. And I have to congratulate our officers and the residents' associations, and especially the councillors, who have been very frustrated in trying to get this matter resolved. But we're delighted to say it is getting resolved, and we will be having a doctor's surgery at Prentice Place. So now we can actually move on to the second and the final stage of Prentice Place, which is around the shops and areas. Great news about Clifton Hatch, thank you very much. And I'm actually visiting the managers of the Harvey Centre on Monday to actually talk about what their plans are, especially around Little Walk, because we're not quite sure what's going on. So it does show that things are changing and moving. The real issue about this, though, and regeneration, is not just about shops. It's about houses, it's about opportunities, it's about employment, it's about careers, and it's about knowledge. And only under this administration can we achieve that. And only when we have an MP that really truly represents Harlow and will stand up for Harlow, which is Susie Stride, when she is elected next year, she will actually be able to demonstrate that we have got an effective MP in the same way that we have with Bill Randall. So I will conclude by congratulating the Leader of the Council for his excellent speech. It is actually reminding us about the difference that we are making. Regardless of our politics, we all come here to try to make the difference. And through his speech and through his evidence, it shows that this town is working, it's working under Labour, we're proud to be Labour, and we're going to have a Labour government, and